Hello, Danny. You wanted to talk to me about your paper?
Yes, Mrs. Murdoch, I am having problems with my research.
What is the topic of your paper?
That there's no life in the universe outside of Earth.
Okay. Think about what you just told me. You are trying to prove that something does not exist.
Yes. I am trying to prove that there are no extraterrestrials.
Why might it be difficult to prove that?
Because there is not enough research out there. I cannot find good, reliable sources stating that there are no extraterrestrials or aliens. I need help with my research.
Well, Danny, I do not think your problem is with research. I think your problem is with your topic.
Ha.
Remember when we talked in class about trying to prove a negative?
Sort of.
We basically discussed the difficulties of proving that something does not exist or does not possess a certain feature or characteristic, and that it is usually much easier to prove a positive that something does exist or that it does have certain traits or characteristics.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
How about absence of evidence? Do you remember us discussing that in class?
Yeah, I sort of do. That's like saying that it is absolutely true that Joe Blow did not kill John Smith because that the cops had no witnesses and there was no DNA.
Yes. Just because we do not have evidence does not mean that Joe Blow is not guilty.
Okay. I sort of get it. What you are telling me is that there is an absence of evidence that aliens do not exist.
Yes. So, while you could, given enough time, make a good case, you might have problems finding enough credible sources to meet your paper's due date. Also, proving a negative or something with an absence of evidence requires a more philosophical approach, and this assignment is not that sort of paper. This paper was to make an argument that can be backed up with evidence. That means that you need to think about your topic more carefully.
I think I understand. Maybe that it would be better to argue that those believing in extraterrestrials do not have good, reliable evidence that aliens exist.
Okay, that is a good starting place. What else about this topic? Why was it important for you to prove that aliens do not exist?
Ha.
What were your reasons for picking your original topic? What motivated you?
Oh. I think they are spending too much money on silly stuff like that instead of taking care of problems that we know about.
Good. What you've just said is actually pretty important. How would you develop a thesis?
First, I think I should do research and see if I am right. I really don't know how much money is spent on proving that aliens exist.
Good. Then what?
Well, if I am wrong and I find out that they don't spend much money, maybe I should just focus on things that I think are worth spending tax dollars on.
Yes. Also, you just mentioned tax dollars. If you were discussing money being spent, be sure that you are clear on whose money you are discussing. What sort of things might need to be discussed in your paper?
Why my issues are important and how much they would cost.
Very good. Think also about outcomes. That is, how those items you promote would benefit others.
Okay. Thanks. I think I see now that my problem wasn't really my research. It was my topic. When I couldn't find good evidence to back up my thesis, I should have been thinking about my choice of topics.
Yes, for this type of paper, a paper that uses evidence to support a position, you need to choose a position or argument that you can support with outside information. That does not mean that you should not pursue your original idea for other papers. You just need to think about how appropriate your argument is in terms of the assignment.
Okay. Thanks, Mrs. Murdoch.
See you in class, Danny. Oh, and your hair?
Yeah.
Try to prove before next class that it's not really blue.